So there's three main things I want you to know about public relations. First, when we think about it, public relations is managing the public perception of your business, of who you are as maybe the owner of your business or of your organization. So this is the perception, right? Not necessarily the reality. That means that it's your public who determines the reality, not you. So I'm going to say that again because that's really important. Your public, the people who are interested in your business or services, they determine the reality, not you. So your messaging, like your social media or the websites that we just went over, that's how you try to communicate the value of your business and who you are and why you're the best. But the perception others have of you will actually become that reality. So it's critical to distinguish this so you can understand the importance of paying attention to what others are saying, not just what you're saying, and how it can affect the shaping of your business as you grow. So second, PR topics or announcements, they don't have to be complex. The most popular topics to generate good PR are about new customer partnerships. They may be about offering expansions, maybe a business location or other type of expansion. It may be partnership content, and those are things that you can partner with other thought leaders or companies to produce. You may be offering information like security chips or talk about philanthropic organizations you're involved with. Maybe you're helping with technology in schools or nonprofits. Any other community stories or prime topics for your audiences. And often, these are the type of topics that news outlets want to report on. So even though they don't directly relate to your authority as a managed service provider, as an IT pro, people would rather read about you helping someone else and having a side mention of what business allows you to do this, rather than you trying to convince the same audience yourself. So as we start looking at the third thing to know about PR, let's define a few of the terms. So there's three outlets for PR. There's media, owned and earned. Media is typically through a press release. It's a way to get your information to a wider audience via a variety of news outlets. Owned is content that you actually produced yourself. And then earned is organic coverage produced by someone else, meaning someone found it on their own. You didn't send it to them. It was something that they just came upon. So let's start with what you're already doing. So PR is always better when it doesn't seem self-serving. So as you plan the types of information you want to share about your business or about you, it's best to plan those things together. There's a lot of ways that you can build your PR efforts. So there's a couple easy steps you can take towards your PR plan. First, assemble your contacts. This is big. Networking, calling, and email submissions are your best friend. So to any event you go to, start a list of phone numbers and emails and keep them for when you want to reach out about a potential opportunity to talk to the media. Always answer, the next step, always answer even if it's a no. A no is okay. So if someone contacts you, no matter how big or little or how applicable, always answer them. So no offense, but if you think about it from the media's perspective, you're one in a dozen to them. So even if you can't do a particular request, always answer them. That's going to let the reporters know or the journalists know or whomever's reaching out to you that you're available and you care about their stories. It'll help you build a rapport. The next thing is to follow up even when you hear nothing. And more importantly, try again when you hear a no. So if you have a story that you've pitched to a media, maybe about something that you've done in your community, always follow up and don't be discouraged if you don't hear anything. Often silence or a lack of response, it doesn't mean no. It means more likely that your note got lost in all of the emails and all of the pitches that they get on a daily basis. But if it's a no, don't give up. That's totally okay. You can pitch something else. You can keep the conversation going. That's going to keep you at the forefront of their mind. And that helps you the next time they have a story that you might actually fit well with. You become a resource for them in their mind. The next important thing is don't limit yourself. And this is actually probably the most important thing. So don't discount yourself just because you think it's not the perfect thing that fits into your business. So in this way, any publicity is good publicity. The more you're in the media circuit, the more people will think of you for an opportunity. They'll think of you as a resource. It may be small at first, which is fine, and it may not be a perfect fit, but the more you become reliable, the more media will want to use you. And that leads us perfectly actually to the next step, which is to become the go-to person. So you want to show yourself to be the person that they can depend on. And I can't stress reliability enough. This is so crucial. Saying yes only goes so far, but following up on that yes goes a huge way towards building trust with the media community. So once you become the go-to person, the weight of the topics will increase, and that's going to allow you and your business to get better visibility in different media articles. Another strategy is to offer exclusives. This is a great way to build relationships by offering key media contacts exclusive for their specific media outlets. Maybe it's a product launch, maybe it's a partnership, maybe your business is expanding, or whatever it may be. But then the exclusivity can entice your media contact to publish because they're the only one with that story. Another great strategy for PR and for marketing in general is to offer free resources. This is big. So similarly, if you offer free resources to your clients and on your own outlets, so like your blog or your website, people are going to come to you first to get information or resources. And this feeds back up into being that go-to person. Once you establish yourself as a resource, the word that kind of is synonymous with that is being trusted. So people trust you to have the right information always available to them. And the last thing is do unique events or opportunities. So with this, it could be small things like a meetup group to align with World Backup Day, for example, or a day of free community risk intelligence diagnosis for Cybersecurity Month. But things that are specific to you or your business or for a special time period tend to garner significant interest. These are also the exact events that can be reported on multiple media outlets, and they may be used more than one time in your public relations strategy. So it's really important to focus on these. So PR is about using your activities to get other people talking. That's a good takeaway.